And joining us now are the new leaders of Miami-Dade County's Democratic Party, Laura Kelley and Michael Joseph. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us here.
Thank you.
So congratulations. You've been in office now for a little over a month.
It's been a lot of work, a lot of hours, building our leadership structure, building our teams, and we're almost there yet. Ready to get to work, ready to engage voters.
Miami-Dade County went red for the first time since 1988.
Yes,
so that means you guys have a tall order. Absolutely. After the results of the last election. What is your priority for the next year leading up to the midterms and then into the general election again?
Our number one priority is direct voter contact. And I think this is what had been missing in the Miami-Dade Democratic Party previously. We just haven't been organizing or messaging effectively, and that's clear. So that is our number one priority, is ensuring that we have the leadership structure in place and the strategy in place to meet voters where they are so they understand what it means to have democratic values.
And what is the strategy?
And not waiting for election time. Starting off, hitting ground running way before, reaching out to the voters way before, understanding the issues. It's really about kitchen table issues that's been made loud and clear from the last election: inflation, housing, infrastructure, transportation, and that's what people want to see. They want to see direct engagement right away, not waiting when it's time to vote or put someone in office.
What would you say were some of the mistakes, if you will, made by the Miami-Dade County Democrats that they were able to flip the county? What was the message for Democrats?
Well, I think we were dealing with a number of struggles, including some upheaval in our leadership structure earlier in the year, in 2024, and that didn't give us enough time to be engaged as much as we would have liked to have seen. And that is, to me, that is the primary mistake, is that we waited too long and we weren't doing enough. And exactly like Mayor Michael Joseph has said, we have to be there year-round, engaging with voters. We cannot wait until the election cycle to begin the work of convincing and winning hearts and minds. And that's why we're starting right now. We're not waiting. We're not going to wait till 2026 to begin this important work.
And as a bottom-top approach, or from the bottom up, the messaging has to come from the people, and that has to resonate to the top, and that's what we're looking forward to. We're looking forward to having that dynamic conversation, reaching out and doing our messaging from that level, as opposed to it coming from the top down. I think that's been a mistake, at least from our party, and I think that's the real focus in us, really getting to the grassroots, really listening to residents, really listening to the issues that impact them on a daily basis, and really putting on a focus on what the party has done and will continue doing moving forward.
You talk about the heart and soul of the party. What is the messaging?
The messaging is that we are the party of the average person, that we support increased access to health care, that we support individual freedom, and that we support improved economy, including lower prices for working families.
Housing, all those key issues. As a mayor, I deal with this on a constant basis from the, all politics is local approach. So I hear the complaints when it comes to infrastructure. I hear the complaints when it comes to housing. These issues are universal to all communities. It doesn't matter which party that you're a part of, but the Democratic Party speaks closer to those ideals and really speaking to actually focusing and coming up with results and solutions to move forward with our community as a whole.
And Michael, you have a unique perspective as mayor of North Miami Beach. Tell us, why do you think that will help you in this position?
All politics is local, as I mentioned, and I hear it every day. And from that perch, I'm able to garner ideas, garner solutions, see what can work and what cannot work, especially from a local level. And also be an example to other elected officials that would have that type of inclination to be a part of this party moving forward and really engaging. There's a lot of Democratic elected officials that are in nonpartisan positions. They just need to be more engaged, knowing that there is a benefit in really participating. It really it worked in my case, and I've been able to be more effective as an elected official. I think that's where it comes about, just being more engaged, reaching out, and having the people being a spokesperson for their issues, and being proud of that.
How difficult is it to be working in a county when the state has really turned red? Because Florida used to be a swing state, as we all know, and now it's clearly a red state. So there are many factors that you have to work against. How difficult is it then to really unite the party in the county?
Well, I think that the important thing to remember is Miami-Dade County is a very unique county, both in the state and in the country. And so we have, again, echoing what Mayor Joseph has said, all politics are local, and our strategy has to be very locally driven for the unique demographics in our county. And so, of course, FDP, the Florida Democratic Party, has their objectives and their strategies, and the National Party has their objectives and strategies. But for us, we really have to focus on what matters to Miami-Dade County.
Let's take it out to the state level once again, because Nikki Fried, leader of the Florida Democrats, she has said that even though there were historic losses, she's staying in place. Do you support her, and how important is the relationship from the county and the state level?
I do support her. I think she's had a tremendous, I think, challenge in the state in order to make changes, and also, again, this is reflected in some of the local parties that Miami-Dade is not the only party that had these upheavals because they weren't in compliance. And so I want to give her a greater chance to make more change.
Good luck to you. You have some time now to get the message out, and we wish you well. Thank you so much, Mayor Joseph and Laura. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too. Thank you for having us.
And we'll be right back with much more. Stay with us here on Impact.